didn't come from you. You just tuned in. Got a jeweler too. Yeah. Log in, level up, that's the code. Tap in, download, then explode. Timeline talking, but I'm moving stuff. Every book I'm on, building wealth. Information is the new goal.
Welcome to Simply Put, where I'll bring you highlights, news updates, and entertainment. This isn't about perfection, it's about honest conversations, simple truths, and finding beauty in the ordinary moments that shape who we are. So settle in, and let's walk through life together, simply put. Let's get into it. But first, I've learned we recently lost a few talented entertainers. I've watched and have enjoyed their shows, acting, and music. Mrs. Dolly Parton, Samuel Monroe Jr., Mrs. Hayden Panettiere. My heart goes out to their families. Very talented. Speaking on the topic of justice, courts, the lawyers and reporters, bloggers, and then
you have them.
So apparently, since I last updated on this case, I came across this video while scrolling YouTube, and it's wild. This article is informational only, not legal advice. It does not assume guilt or innocence. In any criminal case, including one involving a public figure, the accused is presumed innocent unless prosecutors prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt.
So there wasn't any trouble this morning. Let's talk about the Nolan Wells thing for a second. I was on a live last night, and this is the honest to God's truth, and I'm going to even post in the hashtags where you can go find and listen to it. So here's what happened. They killed Nolan Wells on the boat. They covered him up with the life jackets. They all knew he was on the boat. They just laid him on the back of the boat and got towed in part of the way. Then they got their boat running and they got on in. And when they got in, they couldn't figure out where they were going to put him or what they were going to do. So they dropped everybody off. Then they went back out to the island that the GPS doesn't show, but they did because they disconnected it. Okay? And none of them had their phones with them when they went back. So there wasn't any trace of them going back. And they dumped the body. They came back, took the boat out of the water, then went over there at 3 a.m. and washed the boat, thinking washing the boat would get all the DNA and everything off the boat. That's what they did. Now I'm telling you, the stories are unbelievable at this point. You can't make this up. You know, first, it was about leaving the island. Well, that one blew up. Found out 2 people were at the island, saw him. Then, the Coast Guard, Coast Guard call, CETO call. Nolan, oh my God, Nolan, get up. They heard that. Can't make it up. Not making it up. Then there was the phone, Warren's phone. Now, this. And also, last night, we have a bunch of body experts of their body movements in their interviews that they were not telling the truth. That they're body experts. You know, they move their eyes like that, or move like that, or, they looked up, or, something. But I'm telling you, the authorities should use these TikTok creators to solve this case. They are some of the smartest people you will ever encounter.
This dude really sounds believable, and allegedly, from what I gathered, he got the information from a social media group. I wasn't a fan of Nancy Grace's recent episode detailing Nolan's parents' reaction, wanting to know how emotional, or maybe because it brought back memories from my experience. Let's just say, and pray, that those who are curious and have never experienced such a tragedy never have those shoes on their feet. However, that was just one part of the show I didn't care for. The other part was very informative and, in my opinion, well needed for the opposing side to know the world is watching and is aware and woke to what's happening. I hear that, from Nolan's side, subpoenas were filed to serve companies that may have information regarding the case. For starters, the CTO call log when the guys called for a tow. Then there are the social media platforms. If I were the detective in charge, I would hire someone for that reason, as it could provide information that helps build understanding. In my opinion, I'd start by tracking timelines with GPS and who Nolan has communicated with. Another approach would be to hire a company or reputable firm to verify the authenticity of the submitted pictures, since anything can be altered now. The way my mind works, I don't trust easily, which is why I would have people in place to gather what gossip the young adults and kids are talking about, since they tell everything that is going on in the homes, especially now. It might also help to know the background of everyone who is around to see if they have some kind of history. I've been watching the TikTok girl who's everywhere solving the
Nolan
case and
tributes
putting the
after
pieces
his body
together.
was found.
So
Another
it
one of
seems
their
the
friends had
case
a reel
may be
which they
moving
did
in
a
the
little
right direction
panning
for
video
Nolan's
on the
family.
best 4th of July ever.
It's terrible to have to resort to this method to find out anything about the case, and hopefully the officials are doing their job, since they're there to protect us. Each time I hear more about this case, what has been uncovered, I find unbelievable. My mind always goes back to all the CSI shows I watch. With true crime videos, I always feel that's how it's supposed to go, and I understand it isn't reality, but I hope for at least a little bit of the illusion. What I don't understand is all the lawsuits and threats toward people who want to know what happened and are just asking questions out of concern. I get the gist of it. And then there are a handful of individuals making ridiculous videos just because, but for most people, it's about wanting to know the truth and seek justice. Those of us with children the same age as mine are, too. We have an interest in this case because it could be our situation. It's about making sure we know and understand the caution our children must use to be safe and understand their surroundings. That's it. That's all. Until next time, stay up, just simply put. To read more on related topics, go online to Simply Put under Entertainment News.
Responsibility actually looks like in a while, not the Instagram version, the real one with dirt under his nails. There's something deeply traditional about this old school timeless. Our grandparents understood it without TED Talks, a leadership books.